Hello and welcome to Straight Talk with Arslan Hassan. My friend, today we are going to explore a very important issue in the age of misinformation. Today's India is being bombarded again and again that you have become the richest of the richest, you have become the economy that world put their heads down, and the fact of the matter still remains that still the 1% of Indian elite class owns the 45% of Indian wealth. India ranks at 142nd when it comes to GDP per capita. Then still why people believing these nonsensical truths that these are the actual truths of their world? You know why? Because it was said by a great philosopher named Voltaire that especially it is quite relevant in the age of misinformation that those who can make you believe absurdities can make you commit atrocities. That is a sad fact is still relevant in the current India, that if you watch and see the current Godi media, you will see and start believing that India has become the richest country. Nobody can touch India. But the fact is still remains that my respectful Indian citizens, that you are living in fool's paradise if you really watch and blindly adhere to the Godi media. Fact is quite contrary to your delusions. Delusions are that you have become the world best country, you have become the world richest country, you have right at the top when it comes to socio-economic indicator. But the painful truth is that India 80 crore people still totally dependent on loans and the Indian government, and that's a sad fact. If you really want to see your country making progress, then you have to start asking questions to your government. That is why it was said by great Bhagat Singh that merciless criticism and independent thinking are the essential traits of revolutionary thinking. You need these basic fundamental traits. I am observing in current India that nobody start asking questions, nobody is raising their hands. Just as great Bhagat Singh raised their hands in front of the British rulers who were more interested in communal politics, just as today's BJP government, rather than asking the question what they are doing with the common Indians. Sadly to say that whether Indian media or the common Indians are blindly following the pathway of others. And what are those others? The others are obviously the elite nexus under the umbrella of Modi, Ambani, and that ultimately give rise to the concentration of money in few hands. Aspirations of middle class ultimately dwindle, and what rises? Monopolies, mafia raj, rule of law ultimately dismantled. So to come in the world of reality, you have to start asking questions, applying critical thinking. Once you start applying these fundamental pillars, your nation will start rising, because this is a nation in the dreams and the imaginations, in the clarity of mind of great Nehruji, is going to be the country of scientific temper. But in today's India, the sad fact is that it is not scientific temper, rather it is superstitions which are being bombarded again and again. And ultimate result is that rather than creating critical minds, you people are creating a mind which are more interested in destroying your nation in the clashes with Pakistan. Who will suffer the most? In the fight of powerful, ultimately marginalized people suffer the most. This is not a right way to uplift your country, to exert your power. The right way to exert your power is to put all your belief and attention and focus and energies on your development. Critical examination of life is more important than anything else. This is exactly what you need to pursue. This is all about the Charvak philosophies. You need to be critical rather than blindly following the pathway of others. So we have two ways. I would love to see that my Indian respectful citizens following the pathway of great Nehruji, Bhagat Singh, Mahatma Gandhi. But the sad fact is that even sitting in a different country, you may call it an enemy country, I am observing that India is following the pathway of self-destruction. And this is not going to be good for those who really want to achieve something special in their life. So you people have one life. What you really want to do? You have to start ask question. You need to find out purpose. You need to put your leadership under the ashes of critical questioning, and that's how you will observe that your country will start becoming a truly developed. Otherwise, pathway is very clear where we, especially the Indian citizens, are going. You people are going towards the unending sufferings. This quagmire will never ever make you truly developed nation. Best wishes for you. Hopefully you will take this video as a pathway for true development. Thank you all.